as a business owner, I deal with a prioritization issue. I think every business owner is in charge of so many different things. So it's about what I have bandwidth for that day and what I can accomplish that day. I also am a team leader, so I work with a team, and you want to make sure that your team is aware of what the big projects are and how they integrate into those big projects. Um, and on top of that, there's the sales component, the team management component, and the client management component. And typically my day consists of bouncing between those three right now. Some of the things that I'm seeing right now are the tools that people are using are changing very quickly, and there's a degree of automation that's happening within SEO. Google's currently fighting back, and Google's gone so far as to say that content that's created by a robot will be penalized. The problem with that is the tools are getting quite good, and the gap between machine and a human copywriter the gap is shortening. So it seems that Google's going to have a hard time enforcing their penalty for written content, in my opinion. So I see that happening. Tools always change, but that's a strong change that I've seen in the last 8 months to a year. Going back to the original question, mobile first. Basically 70% of all web traffic is mobile. So your site is going to need to be fast and light because people are used to using their mobile data for your site. No longer are people on Wi-Fi all the time. And a site's going to need to perform well on mobile moving forward until the end of time, right? The site needs to be fit on a smaller screen, and it needs to do well on a smaller screen. And the only people who are looking at a desktop computer now are business folks at this rate. So I think I'm pretty good with saying that trend's going to be moving forward. And from a consumer perspective, people do light shopping, light browsing on their phone, and they do deep, detailed research on their PC. So we see that even in consumer sites is more evaluative type research is done on a laptop versus more light, high level search is done on a cell phone. Everyone always says SEO's dead. They say SEO's dead every year. That's the recurring joke is there's a headline that comes out every time Google makes an update and says, is SEO dead? ? And SEO is evolving, and SEO is becoming more closely related to traditional marketing efforts and PR. So SEO is becoming less of a sort of like techie discipline and more starting to resemble traditional marketing, reputation management. The funny thing is SEO is becoming more like marketing. Even owning an affiliate website that makes a lot of money off affiliate commissions, that's starting to resemble owning an actual business. So these sort of technology disciplines are actually moving more towards real world marketing, which is good. It means, I think on average, the technical limitations or the technical things that you need to get into the business are less and less. And I mentioned earlier that the tools are getting better. The tools are making it easier and easier. However, competition as those tools enter the market, competition is increasing, right? Because now you can do more with software tools for a couple $100 a month and really get out there and start trying to compete for some competitive keywords with content and doing all the SEO activities by the book. Yeah, I look at it very dispassionately now because Google is the data broker. I always tell people Google is the largest information broker that we know in the galaxy, right? I don't really have much of a say in the matter. And I've had website owners who are peers or colleagues or friends, and Google will make an update and their site will languish in rankings and stuff. And it's our job as website owners and website masters to kind of retool our site in a way that pleases Google and pleases the user. Because we're trying to get back to the end user, right? We want to make sure the user's happy, and the engineers at Google are trying to create an algorithm that satiates user intent every time. Every time that there's a keyword is literally an expression of an idea boiled down, and Google wants to make sure that that idea finds the best website or web page. And so the cool thing is, if we do a good job with our users, knock on wood, we're supposed to get the traffic that Google has promised because we were mindful of what the user's going through, and we speak to the specific questions or problems that the user has. And there are other players on the block. Last time I checked, Google accounted for more than 90% of all, about 90% of all web traffic or organic. So the 10% is split between Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo. So they're the largest player. Google is the largest player, and they have that brand association. You know, when you think of Googling something, like that, they are the number one when it comes to, hey, I need to find the thing. So I think it's a name brand technology at this rate. It's pervasive in our culture. How many times do you use the verb Google, right? Oh, hold on, I got to go Google this thing when you're talking to a friend. It happens all the time. So I think Google is synonymous with information finding in a very quick way, and that's why the competitors are going to have a hard time catching up, and they're going to have to work on their product a lot because Google is pumping a lot of resources into making sure that their product is good. This is a funny way of saying, yes, I'm launching a new product. So my specialty is helping people with their analytics, their Google Data Studio, their Google Tag Manager, and Google Analytics. I'm trying to find a way, and I'm packaging up those services in a way that I can help more people with less. So basically what it is an agency that specializes in Google Analytics, Google Data Studio, Google Tag Manager, where they tell me what they want to track on the site. If it's newsletter submissions, if it's telephone calls from a website, the client will tell me what the most important things are for their website to track. Phil will build that and create a report to report back to the customer, hey, these are the things that are contributing to the stuff that you care about, or we got to work on this. And I think so many people have missed out on the reporting story. So many people are sleeping out on data that it's going to be my job to provide as much data. I'm calling it like data simplified, data for everybody, and then data done. So that's hopefully going to help people out on a scale.